What is up, everybody? How's it going? How's it going? Today, if you can't tell by what this is already, we are changing, as I fall, we are changing these old brake lines. Yes, it's super muddy. I know I had to push it through my driveway, whatever. These old brake lines for the new Coremoto, what's the word? Steel braided brake lines. Obviously, I went gold because that's my thing. But yeah, that's what we're going to do today. So let's just get this over with now. Things you're going to need, obviously, the brake lines. You're going to also need some brake fluid. So we've got that. You're going to need gloves because it's highly caustic. You're going to need towels because it's, again, highly caustic. You're going to need a length of tube that you can put on the bleeders on said motorcycle to bleed the old brake line, and also to, re-bleed them once you get those ones on. A bottle, so you can, the old brake fluid can go into that. And in my case, some music, because I don't like working in silence. So obviously, if you didn't know, you don't know, however you want to say it, what you do in general basic terms, if you're really going to do this yourself, you should read the directions and figure it out. There's a little bleeder right here, a little bleeder nipple, which is covered by a dust cap. You take that off, boop, you attach the hose right there to said bleeder, and then you open, well, again, don't take this as full-on serious. No, this is just very basic. I'm not going to go into everything. Take off the cap of your reservoir so you can bleed it. Put the bleeder line on there. Pump the pedal until all the fluid flows out. Da-da-da. Take old line off. Put new line on. Refill with new fluid. Pump, pump, pump. Or reattach the bleeder line. Pump, pump, pump till you feel pressure. Put that back on. Tighten everything down. Huzzah. If that made any sense. It's pretty simple. It's more, there's more steps to it, or more technical if you want to be really technical about it. But it's pretty much just bleed, refill, or bleed, take off, old, refill. Jeez, how do I say this? Bleed, take off old, put on new, refill, bleed again, make sure you have braking pressure. That's pretty much it. And obviously I've got 2 calipers in the front, so the one little, I can't see anything because it's so bright in here. That little line right there, which is 1, goes down to this right here, which is a splitter, which goes to each caliper. There's a line right there for the left, there's a line right there for the right. Because the Coremoto one is just a single line, it's going to go from here straight down to each side, boop and boop. And there's just, instead of one bolt being here, well, still one bolt, but it's a double-sided bolt, double-sized bolt. So that's just gonna, the one line here is gonna be replaced with 2. There's plenty of room to fit another line right down through there, right past the suspension. Yeah. So as we get through this thing, I will update you, but obviously I can't do and film, so we'll be back. Make sure to, before, like I said, gloves and paper towels, because any of the brake fluid that gets on any of the paint or electronic or whatever, it's very, very, very caustic, and you do not want it on anything. So make sure that you cover everything that you don't want to get covered in brake fluid. And yeah, let's get going. Now, once you've bled both lines to the point that there's no resistance whatsoever, take another piece of towel, stick it inside your reservoir, whatever you want to call it, and mop up any leftover, because obviously you're not going to get all of it down through those, whatever you want to call them, valves or whatever they are. And if you can, clean off of that too, that little thing right there, because that's your, if you look on the other side, it's your reservoir window, however you want to say it. So make sure you get as much of this out as you can. Again, keeping everything covered so you don't get brake fluid on anything. And then, so I've done the front left, in the front right so far. As you can tell, my bottle is now down there. I've retightened the nipples, and I'm going to work on work my way back. There's the word. Now, just so you all know, that bolt right there is a, whatever, 12 millimeter. I don't know if you can read that. It's 12. And obviously, because you're not getting all of the fluid out of the line at, you know, or out of the caliper completely, just take your paper towel and stick it through the end. On the Fz8, if you didn't know, there's a little, well, probably didn't know because there's very few of these bikes around. This little bracket right here goes up underneath your mud guard, whatever you want to call it, and actually holds the brake line right here. So you just pop that bolt out, which is just an Allen bolt, same thing as that thing over there. Take that bolt out, take this out from underneath it, spread it apart to get that out, and then to get these off, they're just little, ta-da, you just push on, you know, the outside of it, pop it open, and there's another one right there, one right there. That thing, bolt out, and you're on your way to, and then obviously you need to take this one off, and then the back's almost done. So we're almost a third of the way done. So there is the nice Coremoto gold steel braided brake line on the back. So just so you know, these stock bolts are a 12. The new Coremoto heads, these guys are 14s. So make sure you have a 14. Again, you just had to, I still have to tighten this down, but you know, spread that little thing, stick it over the rubber gasket vibration, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you want to call it, thing that they have already on their lines. Stick it on that, stick it back underneath your mudguard thing, put the bolt back through. You just snap these boys back together, and it's I mean, obviously way smaller than the stock line is, but at least it keeps it, you know, these aren't actually going to keep it in place, but at least it keeps them from flopping around. Make sure your banjos are headed in the correct direction. I could probably turn this one, but I don't mind where it is actually. It keeps it out of the way of the bleeder, which is nice. But you know, right up to that, right around here, and then I think it's like, I'll put it in here. I actually don't remember. It's whatever foot-pounds of torque for each of these. It's basically like snug plus an eighth of a turn. But so if you really want to get technical, I'll put the torque specs here for those. And then, so yeah, it's the back. Look, gold right up to gold, right into gold, and a nice, horribly dirty carbon exhaust. But yeah, so we've got the back done. I gotta do the front, and then I've got to put fluid back in, bleed them again so they have pressure, and then yeah, almost a third of the way. So, boys and girls, as you can tell, ta-da, we have them run. They are reattached. These things are reattached, so the rubber is now held. The bolts are in with the new Coremoto brake bolts. I don't know what you want to call them. They're run up through there, to there. Which, like I said before, there was plenty of room to run both of them through this hole, which is where they needed to go. And then they provided a, a double bolt. So you've got washer, banjo, washer. Long bolt has 2 holes for each brake line side, and it's all tight. So now it's just refill, bleed, and ride. So yeah, we're making progress. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the next day, 2 days, I don't remember. And everything is done. As you can tell, they are routed from here, as a recap, routed here, down through there. They pop out here. One goes to this side. One goes to that side. Had to put these back on, obviously, or else that would just flap. And then the rears here, back there. Look how nice they look. I mean, consider that's how big the stock one was. Like, I can fit my pinky in that little gap, and these are so much nicer. I mean, just like hilariously good. I went for my first real ride with them. I went down last night to the mechanic that's down the road for me, just to have him check to make sure nothing was like off or, you know, whatever. He bled them again, and oh my god, are they nice. I mean, the rear has always been kind of like the slow down brake. It's never been like a oh shit brake, but like that's braking now. That little tap, it's so nice. Instead of having to actually like push my foot down, it's just a little whoop, and they feel so good. So I'm going to recommend this for you if you're looking as a really good easy upgrade to make your bike feel way better. Get some braided brake lines. And I'm going to say this because these are the ones I bought. Get some Coremoto ones. They're American. They're awesome. I absolutely love these, obviously, because I'm that kind of person. You know, gold rear sets, gold levers and mirrors. I went gold on gold, but you can get, you know, I think there's tons of different colors: blacks, reds, whites, blue, whatever. There's a ton of different colors. So I'm going to say awesome job for Coremoto for making these. Super good. I mean, like, I spec'd these out and they were a present for Christmas, which, you know, whatever. But awesome, super easy to install. Obviously, they're just brake lines. They're not, you know, it shouldn't be the hardest thing in the world, but super easy to install. They look super nice. They're great quality, and they feel so good. 10 out of 10. Would buy again, but I don't need to because ta-da! So, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, and as you're scrolling by, subscribe, hit the little ding-a-ling bell, and tell me what you think. Do you have braided brake lines? Are you thinking of getting them? If so, are you thinking of getting Coremoto ones? Maybe, yes, you should. Definitely look into them. They're awesome. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.